So let's move on to exercise 3.1D, which we will learn about spacing before and after paragraph. So here, let's see. We've been using the Home tab, and let's move on to the Design tab. Well, actually, Page Layout tab. And on the Page Layout tab, we have in the Paragraph group, we have indentation, we have spacing. So this paragraph group is not the same paragraph group as the one under Home tab. So go to Page Layout, and then in the paragraph group you have line spacing. So that tells you, that sets up before and after the lines. So let's see. Let's select all by pressing down the Control key and press A. And then currently the spacing is 8 point after after each line. So let's go ahead and click on this downward triangle to make it, just click on it, and that'll make to this 6 point. So if you want to go ahead and click up and down, that is fine to see the effect of what this line spacing is about. So this is, again, it's a little bit confusing in terms of this line, the names, but it makes most sense if you look at the page layout, and this is about paragraph, and it's talking about spacing of paragraph. So you can see it's not about the lines inside of the paragraph, but we are talking about spacing of the paragraph. So that's what this is. So you notice that the spacing changes between paragraphs. And if you do this, notice that before first paragraph gets really big. So let me change it to after paragraph to be 0, okay? And if you make this one to be 0 as well, and then I'll move it up from auto to 0 and 6, 12, 18, and so on. You'll notice that the line spacing before the paragraph increases. So let's see, I think it was a 0, and let's change that to be after to be 6. Okay, so now that's for the entire document, and now we want to have a slightly different formatting for the title. So here we want to have before to be 18, so click, 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 and after to be 12, so that the title has more space at the top and a little bit more space after, just like that. So compared to this one, you'll notice that the difference between that's a 0 before and 6 point after, and this one is 18 before and 12 after, 12 points after. Alright, so that's it. So I'm going to move on to the next, which is Format Painter on exercise 3.1E. So in exercise 3.1E, starting, well actually it's on just one page, on page number 74, we'll be learning about Format Painter. You know, Format Painter is a great tool that you can save a lot of time and complexity. And you can basically copy not the content but formatting of a text, and then you can apply the same formatting to other parts of the document without redoing every single formatting elements, such as font size, font face, color, size, and all that kind of things. Alright, so before we do that, let's apply some formatting. So let's go to the first line for the title. In fact, I'm going to just go home. Oops, just 1 second. And I'm going to go home tab. Let's see, right now, and you know what, actually, now I think of it, I need to do something else. The textbook asks to change the font size to be 12 and Cambria. So Control A, and currently the font face is Calibri, but change it to let's see, change it to Cambria, C-A-M-B. As I type that, it selects here Cambria and size 12. Alright, so everything has the same font size and font face. And now we are going to apply the different font size and font face. So for the title, so select that, and we are going to apply Candara bold size 16. So go to C-A-N Candara bold. So come down here, Candara, and change that to 16. It is bold already, and we're going to apply the center alignment, and let's see, I think that's it. So once we have that, I can use the same formatting for our references title here. So let's go back, click somewhere on the line of the title, and then click on go home, and then click on the paint format painter in the clipboard group. So click on it, and as you click on it, you come to editing page or space. You'll see that your I-beam pointer now has a little paintbrush next to it. So that means you can apply the formatting. So in this case, I'm going to Control N to go to the bottom of the document, because near the bottom of the document you have the references right here. So you don't have to click and hold it and drag it to select the range of the text. You can go ahead and click somewhere in between or on the word. So click, and then it applies the formatting. And then the I-beam pointer becomes normal I-beam pointer. So if you want to apply the same formatting of this, you have to click again the format painter, click on it. See that format painter is compressed now, and then pointer has a paintbrush on it. So if you want to come down here, and that basically changes that. So let me undo that. So alright, so that's format painter. That's a format painter. So that's 3.1e, and let's move on to the last part of our exercise 3.1, which is starting from page 71, and it's about line spacing. So line spacing is very simple. Here we're going to select the entire document, hold down the Control key and letter A, and then you go to the paragraph group on the Home tab, you'll see that little icon that looks like, oh, this one. That looks like arrows going up and down. That's line spacing. Just go ahead and click on it. You can change it to 2, 2.0, 2.5, 3, and so on. So you can see the line spacing between lines, not just between paragraphs, but between lines. Oh, actually, it doesn't change the other before and after space of a paragraph. It changes only the lines of each line of text. So go ahead and click on 2.0. That's basically double spacing. There's also a shortcut which is Control and number 5. Hold down the Control key and press number 5. That changes to more or less a default, which is 1.5. So change that to 1.5. Alright, so, and then there is another way, which is more refined control. So click on, while the entire document is still selected, click on the paragraph, and then you have the line spacing. On the spacing, you have line spacing. Change that to multiple, and currently it's 3, and let's change it to 1.3, and then press the OK, and that the line spacing between lines is currently, you don't see it here. Oopsie, I better not do that. So that's the limitation of using this tools right off the paragraph group. But if you need a more refined control, come here in the dialog box. You can change that to 1.3, which is not available here. You have 1.5 and 2.0. Actually, you can actually use these two as well. Alright, so that's the end of exercise 3.1.